some of your feelings about this season, sort of heading into this season? Obviously, after what happened last year with the start of the pandemic, was there any uneasiness, or was it more just, hey, you know, at the end of the day, we can't control what's going to happen with the pandemic, so let's just focus on softball?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's been a crazy year for everybody. You know, our last real time together as a team before we came back was coming off of, you know, coming back from the top 25 tournament, 15-0 and ranked number 1 in the country, and getting told that your season is over. And so as a team, we really tried to view that as a positive thing, you know, as in we have the opportunity to get to do something that a lot of people don't get to do. And we kind of saw it as our team was healthy and in a good spot. And, you know, we took advantage of having an opportunity to have time with our families and things like that. So coming back into it, I think there was a lot of appreciation for just the opportunity.
At what point, maybe this season, did you realize, hey, wait a second, I think this team's going to be special? You've been doing this long enough. You've had plenty of great teams. What was maybe that moment for you? Or if it wasn't a moment, maybe it was over a period of time, you're like, I think what we're doing here could be special.
Well, really, it was this fall. Obviously, like most people dealt with having kids quarantined or being quarantined as a team. And our fall was set up a little bit different this year than it ever has been. We actually had more time in the fall. It was just spread out longer. And so through that time, we would have times where 6 or 7 kids would be quarantined, and then, you know, 3 or 4. And so during that, what we would do, and we typically recruit athletes anyway, so we have a lot of kids that play multiple positions, but we really focused on doing that a lot, like exposing the entire team to different positions and things like that, so that they had the ability to just go with whatever happened. And it has really paid off big time, because throughout the season, you know, we have had kids that have either gotten COVID or have been quarantined. And, you know, we'd find out on a Thursday before a weekend series, and we felt like we were fine because we knew who we could put there. We could make a few changes, and it wasn't a big deal.
How exciting is it to know that your postseason softball's going to be in Marshall?
I think specifically this year, it probably means more than it does any other year, because for this season, there's so many different things being thrown out there. And ETBU has been pretty conservative. Our players have worn masks all year, and we've been in this system, and it hadn't necessarily been like that all over our conference or the state of Texas or anything like that. And so I feel like we have done a great job as a university of really providing that environment. And now that we're going into NCAA play, it's exactly what we were doing already. And so there's not really a transition that they're going to have to make. Obviously, we knew that we were going to be hosting regional before we actually got in. And so that was one of the driving force for them. Like, we are hosting, we don't want to be there watching teams play at our fields and have the opportunity to do that. It's our field, and we want to give our seniors another chance to play there. And so that was, you know, another added incentive to get them fired up about it.
What's the message to your team heading into this tournament? I mean, obviously, very successful season. What do you tell them ahead of Friday?
Well, we have all year talked about just focusing on the little things and paying attention to the details and doing the little things right. And defensively, we've been super intentional about focusing on the little things and doing the little things correctly and being steady and consistent. And our girls have done a great job with that. And I think if we can continue to carry that over into this weekend of, you know, having quality at bats and putting the ball in play and making people work, that our preparation up to this point has prepared us to be able to compete against pretty much anybody.